I forgot. Hang on. Okay. Like the hair in my mouth. Okay. No stream issues whatsoever. Whatsoever. Boom. Hello everybody. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Fleza. And okay, before we get into the game here, I have to tell you a quick story. In the elf village here, it is one. Well, how to say this. One thing that we do here in the elf village, if it's not very clear, the fact that I stream, is we kind of take advantage of your electricity. It's actually pretty convenient. I will admit that, and most elves will. They just try and pretend that it doesn't come from you guys. Anyway, that being said, Dilf Village, because we kind of tapped into your electric grid, has a habit of, well, I wouldn't say it's a habit, it's just something that happens, of unfortunately losing power. It seems to happen at my studio here quite a bit, actually, and it's quite annoying. Let's put it that way. It's quite annoying. The reason it's quite annoying, well, at least, well, the whole point of the story is it actually happened yesterday. That the studio lost power, and I was working on stuff to get ready for tonight's stream and some other streams that I'm doing this week. I was working on preparing for that, and yesterday the studio lost power. So everything was put on hold for hours. And there was not a thing I could do about it. So I am not as prepared for tonight's stream materially as I wanted to be. So it may be a little bit slow tonight, compared to what I wanted it to kind of be at. However, we're not going to let that stop us. We're still going to try and get everything done. Well, maybe not everything, but a lot of things done that I wanted to do in this stream. So let's go over to the game. You see I'm back here at the tower. So I went off to the desert and mined a bunch more sand. I actually before that I went to the end and got a whole bunch of shulker shells and crafted like 20 shulker boxes. Took them to the desert and mined a whole bunch of sand. Well, 8 shulkers worth of sand. I still have several shulkers over there, still working on being filled. But I was hoping to have all this smelted into glass for tonight's stream, but because of the power outage that I just mentioned, I haven't even gotten to starting all that glass smelting, so I threw all the sand in here. So there's going to be quite a delay as we kind of wait for a bunch of this sand to smelt here. But you know, sometimes that's just the way things are. Um, so, let's go up and I was kind of thinking about, you know, what I wanted to do with all this glass because now I realize that her tower is made of glass. Or has a lot of glass in it. I want to kind of imitate the tower. Alright, and I have all these boxes of these shoulders of sand too. I forgot about these ones. Yeah, so I have, what is this, 11 shoulders of sand that are now melted into glass. It's perfect for streaming. What was I just saying? Oh, right. I want to, you know, incorporate the glass, obviously, that I just mentioned. But, you know, I don't... I don't want to just do random stars. I want it to have pattern to it. So I was like, okay, well, if I want to do a pattern to my glass, or a pattern to the stars in my glass, what pattern should I do? Well, I should, stars, and what is something that Sana kind of did a lot of during her streams, during her tenure, I should say, was astrology stuff. So I was like, okay, that's perfect. We'll put the zodiac constellations in the glass of the tower. So that's what we're going to do here. Let's switch to the... so we're not flying into the log. Yeah, so I'm going to do the zodiac constellations in the glass of the tower. Now, we're going to put them on this wall and the opposite wall, so that the one between this post and that post. For this build, we're going to leave these other two walls very open, just of glass. Maybe we'll do some other constellation designs. I'm not sure yet. But we're going to start with these stone pillars because I want to do... I know Minecraft isn't, you know, bound by the rules of architectural physics, but I kind of want to give it some architectural structure. Of course, I'm not an architect, so it's probably really bad just to have stone pillars like this. Stone brick pillars. Any architects out there want to have comments on how poor my architecture is, yeah, do that. And I'm going to tell you right now, your advisement is considered, but kind of rejected because I don't even know what I'm doing. But anyway, so yeah, we're going to focus on the stone pillars that formulate these oh crap these stone pillars that formulate the two walls in question where we're going to put the constellations. How are we doing on our sand? This one's been going the longest. That one didn't have any leftover stone in it. Check our fuel supplies. Things are going good. Now, because we don't have all the glass prepared, that's why I've grabbed this dirt. We may have to put the constellations in place and then fill in the glass later because I don't have all the glass prepared. Which is fine. We can do that. That's not a huge thing. It might actually look kind of cool as we're kind of building up. I'm not sure. Now I have some pictures of the constellations in question that we're going to be putting up on these walls. But I'm not certain if how I want to do the spacing of them, because switch back to the chest plate here. Now I'm not certain how I want to do the spacing on them because I don't actually know exactly how many spaces wide this is at the moment. You know, I can easily figure out how tall this is right now. Once we hit I don't think I want to do any of the constellations over Y300 because I want to leave those last what is it, 19, 20 levels for kind of creating a dome, the actual observatory part of it with the kind of quote-unquote telescope for this build. It might even be a little bit less than that, or a little bit more than that. Maybe like 275. That'll give me 25 and 19 to do some sort of... Actually, I think that's a good idea. Let's create a wall. Or a division. Here. This will be the floor of the top of the observatory. And those will connect up. So I guess technically we actually have until 274 here. Let's see. We have 79. Let's do some math. Let's get a calculator because I'm not very good at math. We have 274 to 78, or not quite 79 technically. So we have 196. Basically, each one should not be larger than 24.5 blocks tall. Okay. Let's take a look at these designs. The good thing is that for most of them, they're kind of on an angle, in some places. Maybe I should add, hang on. Let's add a window here. Here you can kind of see the constellation. I know it's not very zoomed in. At the moment. I don't like the fact that it's occupying so much space. So for the shorter, so to speak, constellations, like, well, depends. How big do I want some of these spaces to be? Like if you look at, let's just take Cancer in the top right here. This is an example. You know, how many spaces between that top star and the, you know, second star from the top there. You know, that's probably like 3 or 4 blocks. And then if we do 1 or 2 blocks between that and the second and the third star, and then we do 3 or 4 blocks each direction to either side, and then another 2 blocks, 2 or 3 blocks on the right prong. So that's a, let's say 4, 2, 3, it's 6, and 3 is 9. Another, or 4 and 2 is 6, and 4 is 10. And let's go 3. It's 13. Okay, that's not as bad as I thought it was. What about like Sagittarius and Pisces and Scorpio, even Virgo? They're gonna have like so many points. Gemini, but at least Gemini is more kind of spread out, kind of diagonally. I don't know. Let's put that away for now. Get back to the game. Oh, then we also have to worry about, you know, how many spaces wide. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, 18. 18 wide. 24 tall. Let's see if we can One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Wow, this is actually a lot of space. It's a lot more space than I thought it was. Wait, did I do that right? We had 274 minus 78 divided by 6. Because we'll do 6 on each wall. We can go up to 32, actually. I don't know why I thought I could do 8 on each side. This is, that was 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. Okay, now we'll create the top of the frame temporarily. Pick up all my dirt. Very valuable resource, my dirt. Oh. Forgot that we temporarily sealed the entrance there. How's our glass doing? Ooh, that's something else I wanted to talk about. Did you guys watch the Hollow Stars EN debuts? I did. I think I mentioned I was going to. I could have talked about the first two on Saturday, but I kind of wanted to save it all and talk about all 4 of them at the same time. So I was a little, I admit, kind of going into it, I was a little bit conflicted. I was like, okay, you know, I'm not saying a cover, you know, doesn't necessarily not know what they're doing. You know, I'm actually very glad that they did, you know, Hollow Stars EN here. But I was kind of worried because, at least for me, and this may sound kind of ironic given what I mentioned, I think it was last week, after the opening mention of Hollow Stars was brought to light. I was uncertain about how successful the Hollow Stars EN branch would be, because let's face it, when you think of Hololive or cover, you're thinking about Hololive, which is the girls. And it's not to say, like I said, that the boys of Hollow Stars JP, I guess JP now, um, aren't, you know, exactly unknown, but they're definitely, I would say, not as popular. Compared to their JP their JP counterparts. So I was a little nervous about how Hollow Stars EN would work compared to Hololive EN. At least for me, I was kind of nervous about it. Maybe some of my fears are abated about it. Hopefully, I do wish them well. I do hope they succeed, and I do hope they, pave the way for more generations of Hollow Stars EN. Maybe I will be able to join them. Like I said, I think I mentioned last week that part of the reason I did this channel, is to kind of prove that I can, create content in a consistent manner. And it was also kind of building up a repertoire for myself here. Okay, I need to focus on building this first constellation here. I thought I'll continue my story. So we're gonna do I forget exactly what order they technically go in. So we're just gonna go off the pattern here that we have in this diagram. So I want to do the first 6. So Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo on the same side, and then Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces on the other. So, and I want to go from top to bottom, Aries to Virgo. So, because we're working our way up, the first one that we're going to build here is Virgo. Now, looking at this diagram that I have, and I realize for you guys it's pretty small, but I'm kind of looking at it. Here, this is just one I pulled up on Google. If you type in Zodiac, what did I type in? Zodiac constellations. Zodiac constellation patterns. I think it's like the second one. Yeah. That's the one I'm looking at. That's the one here in the corner. So if you want to look at the image, you can. That's where you can find it. So let's see. Let's figure out the left to right ratio here. Oops, hang on. Okay. So I think this one is going to be 3 blocks between. Then that's going to be 2. And that's going to be 4. And that's going to be 2, but it's on a diagonal as well. So it's going to look like it's more like 3. And that's going to be 3, but it's on a diagonal. And that's going to be 5, which is going to make that look like a... We'll kind of put those on the same line here. We're now looking at the bottom of kind of the... What is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Awkward shaped pentagon. We'll put those on the same light, or same y coordinate. Then below that, kind of diagonally, that's a 2, I think. And below that one is 3. That's the left leg. I guess it's the leg. And then this is going to be, say, 3. That one's only going to be 1. It's on a diagonal, so it'll look like a little bit longer. That's definitely going to be 1. And that's going to be 1. But it's going to be on a diagonal, so it's going to look a little bit longer. One, 4, 5. 6, 7. 8, 9. 2, 7. 7 and 5. Oh no, 7 and 1, 2, 3. 4. 7, 10, 12. 1, 2, 3. 4. 5. 12 and 5 is 17. Oh boy. We're going to take up most of the width here. For Virgo. Okay. Okay. No, it's fine. We knew that this was going to be a complicated project here. Let's get a quick rest here. They'll look really cool at night, I'm sure. Oh, whoops. Or at least I hope they'll look cool at night. Okay, that's all going good. Still. Okay. Oops. Missed the stairs. Okay, I think we want to put... Shoot, I should figure out... Let's see. 4. Four and 2 is 6. Oh, that should be a 2 on a, or 1, maybe 1 or 2 on a diagonal. Forgot that one. So maybe 1 on a diagonal. I'm not 100% certain how that's going to end up. So 6, 7. Let's say 7 for now. Another 3. It's 7 and 3 is 10, and another 3 is 13. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 13 and 8 is 21. Okay. 21 out of 32 blocks. So we can put it a couple blocks up. Let's put this over here, I guess. We're going to put okay. It's going to be tight, I think. Maybe it won't be as wide as I think it is. I need to... Okay, so I'm going to go the right leg here kind of curves in and kind of sits in the middle. Let's put it 4 up. Place our first star. Oh no. Anyway, to continue my story too. So yeah, I was not very sure about what to kind of feel about Du Bois. But I'm glad that it seems to have gone pretty well for them so far, at least. And I hope that it definitely, you know, kind of paves the way for others to join them. And, you know, who's my, I guess the next question is, well, who's my favorite out of them? I wasn't sure who I wanted to kind of, be my favorite among the stars. But I have to. I don't think it was going to be Axel. I wasn't really personally impressed with Axel's design. Um, that's just me. I wasn't super impressed with his design, so I wasn't really considering him to be, for me, a top choice. But other than that, I didn't really have any sort of expectations for them or anything. But I have to say, after watching their debuts, I definitely have a favorite among them. I like him. And that is, I don't know if it would come as a surprise, but maybe it is a surprise. The one that I like the most, from among them, is Vesper. He's got such a smooth voice. Smooth like whiskey or something. I don't know. But it's very nice. It kind of this. I don't know if this is going to sound weird, but it almost reminds me of me in a way. In terms of how he's kind of, I don't know if going about things is the right way to phrase it, but I would, if I were part of Tempest, I think I would want to do my thing kind of like at least how he's said that he's going to do things. That would be how I would want to do it. Yeah, so Vesper is definitely noir. He's like, he doesn't even know, He's like, call me either. It works. Okay, I I'm totally feeling Vesper. already the old man kind of thing, kind of joke that's been going on with him. But it's fine. We can be, so to speak, old men together. Let's see if this constellation came out any good. Oh gosh. I didn't mean to fall. But we did. Pick up my dirt. I want to get all the dirt out of the way so we can look at it properly. But I don't know if that's going to happen. So yeah, that's my impressions on Hollow Stars, Ian. My initial impressions. I like that they want to try, and I also kind of like that they want to try. I feel like Council kind of did this too at the beginning, to try and have, you know, routine collabs within their group. I don't know. I guess I would say that, you know, Council didn't keep it up. At least in my opinion. Because before that small stream last week, it had been a while, I think, since we had a Council collab, if I recall correctly. But you know, people are on different schedules, and so on and so forth. Okay, quick, grab the rest of the dirt, get back up there, take a look at the constellation. Let's see if we can get a good perception of it. Okay, let's compare it to the image here. So the right leg, let's call it leg, is a little bit low, I feel like. But you got the awkward pentagon. You got the part that stretches up, the part that stretches to the left, got the left leg and the right leg. You know what? I think it works. I wonder if there was a way we could put... If there was a way I could put the symbols, so to speak, in there too, that might be cool. Or maybe we do like the symbols on these walls. That would be cool, I think. And at each layer, so let's say like on this side we have the label, the sign or the symbol for Virgo. On this one, we have the symbol for whichever one ends up here. Pisces, probably. Might do that in, like, wool. I don't know. We'll have to see. But, yeah, I think that worked pretty good. So let's head up to the next layer. Gosh, I don't know. I just like looking at this. It looks a lot better than I thought it, was going to for a moment there. But let's sleep through the night so we can avoid all these monsters these mobs that are spawning in. But yeah, I like that they're trying to do weekly collabs. That's probably going to gain them. Well, I'd hope that would gain them a lot of traction. Okay. Now, put 32. 1, 2. So let's blow through this half stack here, and then we'll create another layer, so to speak. So Leo is the next one. Leo has to fit in this huge block. Okay, let's figure out Leo here. Pull up our image. So Leo is he's not very tall, but he's very wide. So we have a star here. And we do 1, 2, 3. 3. And up 1. And those two stars are at this back end. I would say they're 3 blocks apart. They don't have a connecting line to them. but say they're 3 blocks apart from each other. And we can just leave, you know, whatever that diagonal is there. Now from the bottom star, the bottom rear star, that's probably the longest gap. I would say that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 maybe. Let's say 7 for the moment. And then the one above that, we'll say that's a 5 wide gap. Because that'll let us drop that down with a diagonal 1. And that gives us a 2 on a slight diagonal raise to there. There's his body. So that's his body. And we get 1 for the neck. And we get, what would that be, like a 2 on a diagonal for the main, let's say. And then we get a 1 on a diagonal before we get the final star. It's the one from the neck, for what we're calling the neck to the top of the head, is like a direct 2 diagonal, I would say. It's quite an interesting setup there. So we have 1, 2, with 7 and 10 and 3 is 13 wide. 13 wide is, we can bring it not quite 2 in on either side. One, 2, think 2 and 3 is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 11 tall. I think here. 1, 2, 3. One, two, three. One, two, three, four, five, 6, 7. One, two, three, four, 5. Ooh. It's tight. One. Two. Oh gosh. We fell. Let's pass the night here. Doesn't look right. Doesn't look right. His head does stick out a little further than his paws. We still have one more to place up here. You know what? I think it looks good. Once we remove the dirt, it should look good, I think. Let's get back up there. Oh. Okay. Uh-oh. Moment of lag. Alright, let's go take a look at this. See how good it looks. Or not. See if it looks terrible. Maybe it looks terrible. What am I going to do if it looks terrible? I mean, it's not terrible. It's definitely kind of a bit low in its square. Its section. I don't know. I don't know if that's a good thing. Maybe I'll move it up a few more blocks. You kind of can't really, well, maybe it's just because of the angle. But you can't really tell there's a gap at this angle between these two. But you know, now that I'm looking at it, I mean, if you know Minecraft, you know, you can see that there's clearly 2 blocks there. Even at this poor angle. You know what? I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep it like that. Who cares if it's a bit low? Then we can just, you know, increase more. We can give more space to, you know, like Cancer or Gemini or Taurus or Aries, you know, if they need it. I like it. I like it. We're going to keep it, you know, we're going to keep it as is. That being said, because that kind of took so long, how are we doing on our fuel for smelting? Oh, we're almost done with all the, oh, we are done with all the glass. Most of the glass. Okay, let's put all that away. Let's see about filling in some of Virgo here. I don't know if well, we definitely don't have enough to completely fill in for Virgo. Let's just see if we can get, you know, most of where the constellation is filled in. And I don't even know if clear glass is going to be the way to go with this. Like, maybe dyed glass would be better, because I know she's using, or used dyed glass in a lot of the build. But I feel like clear glass is going to be the better way to go. for the constellations. Maybe we will use colored glass for the symbols rather than wool. Yeah, I think that would be better. It would give it color. There we go. Really focused on this. I mean, the lines of the glass are kind of inevitable. Just because of what how Minecraft is. But I think it still encapsulates the constellation pretty well. See how Leo looks in the dark. Oops. I think Leo works in the dark. Yeah, Virgo looks pretty good. I could get a texture thing that would like erase the panes. It's like, hey, if you have two pieces of glass next to each other, they would just formulate a single looking piece of glass. That would look a lot cooler, I think. Maybe I'll get that just to do textures for the observatory. I don't know, when we come to the observatory. It looks cool though. It does look cool. Looking at it, I'm far more impressed than I thought I was going to be. getting a little teary-eyed thinking about no more sauna. I guess technically, except for her graduation stream, there isn't any more sauna. She hasn't. What's today? The 25th. So she hasn't streamed in 5 days. And her last stream is going to be a graduation stream. I'm going to definitely tune into that. I think. I forget when that is exactly. So we may adjust Saturday's stream. It just kind of depends on when that stream is. Oh boy, I'm thinking about that now. Okay. That's gonna be it for today. Sorry it's a little bit short here, but just the 2 constellations took a lot longer than I thought it was going to. I'll work on the other constellations probably over the weekend or in my free time. When I have my very limited free time, I'll probably work on those a bit. And hopefully I'll bring you guys next time at least one completed wall of the constellations. So yeah, thank you everybody so much for coming today. Tomorrow's stream we're doing some more Mario Kart, if I recall correctly, which I'm pretty sure I am. So look forward to that if you're interested. Until then, everybody take care, stay safe, all that wonderful stuff. My name is Fleza. Thank you so much for coming today. And I will see you guys next time. Until then, bye-bye.